Are they going to give it to me? Am I going to risk sending that video in to be reviewed? Yo, I just did Fran, and I'm going to talk to you about my friend. Let's rock and roll. 10-second countdown. There's me trying to sync up the remote with the clock timer. WODproof is the app. They've got that bionic rowing thing going around. That's pretty cool. I tried that out right before I did this. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. First squat, right freaking there. That gets uphill, so every single rep after that first squat, in my opinion, is pretty fucking good. I am not wearing shoes because I didn't want to wear shoes. That's really about the only reason. I'm not looking too much further than that, but it felt good not to be wearing shoes, so I continued the whole workout without them. The only part in time in which that would have been an issue was coming off of the pull-up bar. You'll see that I'm looking down at the ground. I don't want to jump on it, especially with those weights being there. I didn't want the bar to slide down the garage floor. It's slanted. Garage is supposed to be slanted so that water would run out if there were to be a leak. So the bar wants to roll out if I put it down. So first time I drop it, it goes off to the side. I'm worried about kicking it as I'm not wearing shoes like a freaking idiot, but it's not in the way. That does make that first rep of 15 on the thrusters not the greatest. I would have to consider that probably a no rep, but doing Fran on my own in my garage. Every single pull-up from this angle is hard to tell. Chin does get above the bar. Some look higher than others. This is the rep I was talking about. Squat is good. I lock out as I'm moving over because I want the bar to be back in line with the barbell to do pull-ups on. Again, squat looks good on every single rep. Thrusters look good at the lockout on every single rep. That's something that I've been working on, that being my elbow on the right arm. The one on the far side away from the HillerFit wall logo. And you can see that the rack position doesn't look quite as good on that side either. It's been a pain in the ass to be working away from that. 15 thrusters, I believe those all look pretty good. Here we go on the pull-ups again. Just worried about where that bar is, so you can tell that I'm looking down at the floor again, trying to rattle through these 15 pull-ups. A little bit wider. People can pull their thrusters up and down. I can pull myself around the bar on a pull-up pretty decently. Last set of 9 here. Squat looks good. Lockout, snap at the elbows at the top of every single rep. There's a snap. There's a snap. That's what I look for at the top of a thruster rep, is a snap of the elbow. It's something that I try to work on as I'm trying to make myself better at doing these movements as quick as I can while still making it easy for them to be judged. That was the 9th rep, and we're into the pull-ups. This is interesting. So I've been golfing a lot recently. I put up a video of me hitting drivers the other day, trying to hit a ball 400 yards. That's kind of my goal before the summer ends, to hit a golf ball 400 yards. When I play golf, though, it's one of those things where the further you hit the ball, the less accurate you are. So when I'm doing Fran right here, I was trying to go as fast as possible. So my accuracy of the reps was not quite as good, paralleling that to golf. There are a couple of thruster reps in there, specifically the ones where I'm moving away and I'm still trying to continue moving on that first of the 15, where it doesn't look as if I had hip and elbow extensions simultaneously, which would garner a no rep. That first squat to start off the set of 21 would be close and at judge's discretion. The pull-ups, if you had a judge sitting right there, you could tell that they are all above the bar. There are some that look better on the camera from this position. But these are all just the things that we talk about when we're watching somebody on an internet review doing repetitions. I like to look for the snap of the elbow at the top of the rep, hip crease below the knee, of course. So yeah, for any of you guys who have played golf, what you're going to realize is that the second you try to hit the ball really far, it's nowhere near as accurate unless you're really, really good at golf. I am an amateur golfer. I am a 20 handicapper, so I'm not the best. I can hit the ball really freaking far. That's the only thing that I'm doing. But when you're on a course, accuracy is very much taken into consideration. When you're doing thrusters and pull-ups and you're trying to do them as fast as possible and you're potentially doing them on a worldwide leaderboard against potentially also the best people in the world, the accuracy is very much something that needs to be taken into consideration. When you're on a golf course, the punishment is immediate, meaning, oh, I hit the ball out of bounds. I hit the ball in the water. Oh, fuck, the ball's in the sand trap. When you're doing CrossFit and you're doing an online competition, you're at the mercy of the buddy or friend or actual judge in which you put upon yourself. Some people just do the workouts with no judge, like I did right there, so I don't have any real-time feedback. I can do the feedback as I'm watching the video back for all of you guys. And like I said, the biggest question marks I would have had were that first squat to open up the entire workout. That one's close. Are they going to give it to me? Am I going to risk sending that video in to be reviewed? That's up to the athlete. And then every other rep on the squat looks good. Moving the bar on that thruster, if this were an online competition, that would be a no rep. You have to simultaneously have the hips and knees and elbows extended with control of the bar overhead. I was moving at that rep, so that would not be a good rep. You could also probably say that the final 9th thruster right there, where I am moving myself towards the bar to do pull-ups, the pull-up bar, that there is not complete control at the top of the repetition. A very, very high-level judge is likely to call somebody back at the level of the CrossFit Games. We would hope they would do so at the level of the semifinals. And then when it's an online competition, the question is, what's going on behind the scenes? Out of the 90 repetitions right there, I would say that I had a 95% success rate as far as repetitions are concerned. I would probably have a 100% success rate if I were to take 5% of my time off of that and focus on moving better rather than trying to move as fast as possible. So if I did that workout in 215 or 220 and I wasn't trying to move as I was doing a thruster, that one would have been good. I wasn't trying to start the workout as soon as possible. That first squat would have been deeper, and finishing off the round of 9 thrusters, I wouldn't have had to have dropped the bar while simultaneously moving towards the pull-up bar, and that rep would have also had been okay if the priority was accuracy, just like it would be in golf if you were trying to hit the fairway. Just something really interesting that I want to throw together. Who golfs here? Do you see more than those in my Fran performance right here? All in all, I'm happy with it because this stupid son of a bitch, that's how that one looks, and it's getting pretty close. And then this is how this one looks. It's better. You can see there's a little bit of a hyperextension at the top. Hit me with your best shot. Andrew Hiller, out.